Conference. 皆さんこんにちは。
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you very much for gathering under the COVID-19 calamity. And those of you who are watching by YouTube and other streaming, thank you very much also. I'm Mikitani of Rakuten. On April the 8th, last year, Rakuten Mobile started its operation, and when we held the first press conference, I never expected that COVID-19 would last for such a long time. And I think the view is shared by many people. However, under the COVID-19 calamity, many things changed. And internet service providers like ourselves came to realize once again that a smartphone is indeed essential for many people. What I felt strongly is as follows. In this kind of times, digital technology keeps advancing, and smartphone is not merely a device for making voice calls or watching a video, but it's an essential social infrastructure for people. There are various kinds of people in Japan, and unfortunately, because of financial problems, some of them may not be able to use smartphones. There are quite a few people like that, I would assume. And Rakuten Group as a whole, what we can do, we thought about it very seriously for people who cannot access smartphones. We would like to provide smartphones. Rakuten Mobile, what we are aiming at, what the Rakuten Group aims at. The group was established 23 years ago. Back then, nobody thought about buying things online. And back then, the speed of internet was 14.4 kilobyte, or maybe a bit faster. And then it became much faster, several folds. But unfortunately, mobile carriers and the communication service providers are still confined by the existing values, and therefore we have never faced truly innovative services. We are faced with various challenges and problems, but we would like to keep challenging the issues in order to redefine expectations. By that I mean we would like to provide a high quality, high speed network to everyone. Last year, on April the 8th, we started the provision of services. And we stressed the fact that smartphone fees in Japan are too expensive. And we started a Rakuten Unlimited service. And this service or plan kept evolving from Unlimited 1 through 5. And while we provide such services, Rakuten Group wanted to encourage users to use other services like Rakuten Market, Rakuten Bank, many others, enjoying the usage. And that is actually something we learned, that it's possible. Rakuten Mobile. It's not just about providing a mobile communication service at low price, but by merging them with other services, we would like to encourage users to experience much more. In November last year, we were ranked #1 among 4 major carriers in terms of customer satisfaction, and at the same time, in pricing and NPS, we were also ranked #1 in terms of customer satisfaction. And NBA, MNO, and AVNO, Rakuten Mobile. At the end of last year, we had more than 3.6 million unique users. And now you have gathered here. And today, I would like to talk about our challenges and accelerating evolution. What we are announcing today is, in addition to Unlimited 5, which was very well accepted, we are making a huge evolution to Unlimited 6. Why we are launching this plan, I would like to share with you just a little bit about the background. Originally, Unlimited, when we created this Unlimited plan, Internet, we were focusing on heavy users of Internet and smartphones, and we offered a flat price of 2,980 yen. It's quite simple, inclusive of voice calls. Flat rate of 2,980 yen is applied. Meanwhile, when we provided services, some users actually use smartphones a lot. And some people are not using smartphones that much, but still they are paying huge amount of money. I found that there are so many people like that. Like some people may be using only 5 gigabyte or even less. And such users account for 66% of the total users. On the other hand, inclusive of 5G, data usage keeps growing. So some are light users and some are extremely heavy users, like PlayStation and other game consoles. The software capacity, one game is bigger than 50 gigabytes. And Rakuten Mobile offers free of charge service. So no matter how much data you use, it's very reasonably priced. So light users and heavy users, a plan that works for both of them, both light users and heavy users. One plan, one ideal plan for both light users and heavy users. That is what we wanted to do. And that is Rakuten's mission, and that is Rakuten's conviction. So Rakuten Unlimited 6 is the evolution of Rakuten Unlimited service that we want to announce today. People who do not use smartphone, for example, switching from flip phone to smartphone, and people who do not use 1 gigabyte. So if I may repeat, it's one plan, one simple plan. So you don't have to choose. For example, if I go to the United States and I wasn't in Japan in the month of February, it's still free. I don't have to pay anything. if I use just a little bit, like 3 gigabytes is actually huge. And if that is the data usage amount, 980 yen, and 20 gigabytes, other carriers offer 20 gigabytes at 2,980 yen, but unlimited 6, the pricing is 1,980 yen. But as I said, this is the era of a huge capacity, and 5G, in the 5G era, 20 gigabyte, even 20 gigabyte is not enough. Looking at the OECD statistics, data usage keeps growing. So unlimited 5, 20 gigabytes, if it's exceeded, then no matter how much you use, it's the same price, high speed. And regardless of how much you use, it's 2,980 yen. Up till 1 gigabyte, it's free, 0 yen. Up to 3 gigabytes, 1,980 yen. Correction, up to 3 gigabytes, it's 980 yen. So other carriers, inclusive of MVNO, I think this is a very competitive pricing. And up to 20 gigabytes, it's 1,980 yen. And when you use even more, then the maximum fee is 2,980 yen. This is one plan.
Of course, 5G is inclusive. Tada 5G, free 5G, is also available. I will provide more details on other aspects later. First, calling. Regarding domestic calls, if you use Rakuten Link, then you can make unlimited calls. Not just for Rakuten Mobile users, but you can make calls to landlines and users of other carriers. As long as you use the link, it is free of charge. The other carriers tend to say that you can only apply online, which is confusing. So we decided that, of course, with this single plan, to be very honest, we thought that those internet users can benefit from the low plan, and those who go to the stores will have to pay more, was nonsense. I think it's digital divide in the opposite direction. So whether you apply at our stores or online, we want this single plan to be applicable at the same rate for everyone. In addition, there had been a lot of handling fees in the past, but in Unlimited 5, we decided to get rid of them. For example, the contract sign-up fee, SIM exchange fee, SIM reissuing fee, MNP transfer fee, or cancellation fee. We made all these zero, along with the democratization of the mobile carrier industry that we have been pushing forward. When we compare the 4 plans by domestic mobile service providers, as I mentioned, our competitors charge up to 2,980 yen, no matter how much calls they receive. But in our case, this can be reduced to 1,980 yen for the same type of usage. And also, for the 20 gigabyte plan, 2,980, you can still use the high-speed communication. If you want to download a game or watch a high-resolution movie, if one Mbps would not be sufficient, then you have to incrementally make payments for other carriers. However, for the Rakuten Unlimited 6, all is inclusive for this 2,980 yen plan. And for just a small amount of additional fee, you will be able to make unlimited calls, not within 5 minutes. Make calls to your friends, make calls to your grandmother. Whether it's 30 minutes, 1 hour, you can make free phone calls. Regarding the email addresses, we plan to bring it to you by summer of this year. Whether you apply at the store or online, you will be able to apply for this exact same plan. So we want to provide the ideal plan for everybody. Now, I would like to go through some use case scenarios. First person is somebody who uses a lot of data. Let's say this person is Mr. A heavy user, if you will, 50 gigabytes per month. Maybe my child would need 70, or some kids might even need 150 gigabytes because of 5G, which is high speed. But if the person is using the mobile phone with one of our competitors, they are paying a lot of money. But if they switch to us, then it would be only 2,980 yen. As I will explain later, Rakuten's network area is expanding rapidly, and you can make use of the comfortable high-speed communication. Miss B is a feature phone user. There are a lot of them in Japan still, who uses less than 1 gigabyte per month. However, she needs to pay 3,000 yen for our competitor. So this person, if she switches to Rakuten Mobile, she would no longer have to pay anything, just 0 yen. There are other types. For example, somebody whose usage varies from month to month. I go between Japan and overseas quite frequently, so a month could go by without using any bytes in Japan. Or some people who are working from home might use a lot of bytes because of their teleconferencing. And this person made sure that she won't run out of gigabytes and used to pay 6,000 yen. But she can go from 980 yen to 1,980 yen, depending on how much she uses the data per month. Next, if you are a family and you have children, for example, their usage varies. Their kids might use a lot of data while mom and dad won't. And these can be reduced to 7,920 yen altogether as a family if they switch to Rakuten Mobile. If you are an elderly citizen who are not familiar with applying to things online, then you can come to Rakuten Mobile stores. Our staff will support you till your application is complete. Next, regarding the details. Currently, if you are using Unlimited 5 already, you don't have to do anything. We're not introducing a new plan. We are talking about upgrading from 5 to 6. It's a revolutionary upgrade, and you will be upgraded automatically starting on April 1st. And of course, the benefits of the 1-year free campaign will continue to apply until the end of the term. Those who are thinking of signing up from now on, they will also be automatically upgraded to Unlimited 6 on April 1st. The one-year free plan will be applied until the end of the term as well. This one-year free plan only applies to the first 3 million users. The current number of applications is over 2.2 million, so we only have 800,000 left. If you're still wondering whether to join or not, since it's free of charge, if you don't use that much, I recommend that you apply immediately, especially if you're interested in the service. Next, I would like to talk about the network area. Rakuten network area is expanding rapidly. We have 11,500 base stations right now, and the population coverage is 73.5%. Rakuten Mobile has confidence in its technology, and automation is ongoing. We are going to accelerate the expansion of the coverage to achieve 80% population coverage nationwide by the end of March. And by this summer, we want to achieve 96%. The initial plan was to achieve this by 2026, so this is 5 years ahead of our original plan. In addition, we are going to build a satellite communication network in space, the first of its kind in Japan, a space mobile plan, we call it. So we no longer speak in terms of population coverage, but rather geographical coverage will be 100% in Japan for Rakuten Mobile. Whether you go to a remote place or deserted island, you will still be able to use our service. And in the case of natural disasters such as typhoons or tsunami, which could break our base stations, even in those cases, since we have a satellite in space, we can assure the continuity of our service. Unlimited 6 is a revolutionary single plan that allows you to pay 0 yen if you don't use that much, and for heavy users, just 2,980 yen with no complicated process. So we would like to provide all these services throughout this year. The overseas network usage is also included here. And by summer of this year, we will be able to provide email addresses. You can apply online or at our store, and this service is eligible for SPU. We will make sure that this becomes a reality. Regarding Unlimited 6, as I explained earlier, you can apply online or at our stores. You will first be signed on to Unlimited 5, which will automatically be updated on April 1st to Unlimited 6. And I hope you will be one of the remaining 800,000 people who will be eligible for 1 year free. To conclude, we have been thinking what we should do under COVID-19. Since 1997, we have been providing service. And ever since, we have been providing our service to the Japanese users. At a time of crisis like this, we, as members of the internet industry, or as Rakuten as a company, what we need to do would be to make sure that everybody can get access to mobile phones in a fair manner to all. This is a movement that we really want to push forward. We consider this our mission. at a time like this especially. That is why we came up with this plan. We need to evolve even further. We need to have richer services. But I think this is a bold step on our part, and I hope that you will agree and support us. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Dreaming of a world, I can hear the future calling me. Only a believer gets to see. Nani mo kama.